Hey y'all, Miranda here with Teambrandos Design. Okay, so I am doing just a quick tutorial on how I mix my epoxy. I just recently, as of yesterday, switched to Pro Marine Epoxy. I used to use the Amazing Clear Cast, which did fine for me for a long time, but I figured I'd take the plunge, and I went and got the Pro Marine Tabletop Epoxy. And I got the gallon jugs, so I have the pumps. But the reason I have these here is because I know there's some people out there that still use the syringe method, which is the way I used it for a long time. I got my B syringe and my A syringe. They're marked on the bottom or on the plunger, and that's how I did this. But today I'm going to, and you would do it the same way, but today we're going to use the pumps, and I'm going to, I'm actually going to make two of them though. I'm going to show you with the syringe and with the plunger, or with the pump. So we're going to take our part A, and I'm going to pump, and get it going here. I have, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 pumps. I'm doing 2 20 ounces with this, okay? So we're going to do 4 pumps of A. Hold on. I just put my new pumps in, so gotta give it a second. Hold on one second. Okay, and 4 pumps of P. 4, all right? And I am going to take a tiny little craft stick, okay? I have little pinch bowls. I got them from Hobby Lobby, I think. And then I've got my mini little craft sticks, 150 of them. I choose to use these because although you can use, you know, your silicone spatulas and stuff like that to mix, I like using a brand new one every single time. I don't know, it avoids there being anything left on the spatula even after cleaning it. It's a new one for each mix, okay? I'm gonna mix it right now. I'm gonna throw this away. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna get another one when I mix it again in about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? So once I put it in the pinch cup, I'm gonna mix it up real good until it gets cloudy. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard to see. Hold on. Let's see if I can show you guys a little bit better. I'm just gonna mix it up really good. I can see the cloudiness, but you'll see just a slight bit of cloudiness when you're mixing it. Hold on, let me get it set back up here. You see a slight bit of cloudiness, so I'm gonna mix it for about, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds or so. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. And then I'm gonna set it aside. And I'm gonna set it here for about 3 to 5 minutes. Again, I'm throwing this away, and I'll get a new one when I go to heat it, okay? So while that's sitting, I'm gonna do the, sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with that glare. The syringe method. So I've got my A syringe, and I've got my A side. Now, I do my stuff in the garage, so I have about 3 space heaters, and one of them, I leave my part A of either this or the big gallon in front of a small little space heater. Like, when I say small, it's really small. You can see it over there. It's that little black thing, okay? Right there. It's just a small little $4 space heater from Walmart. And I just leave my epoxy in front of it. And it just keeps the part A, because it gets really thick, you know. And so you're trying to plunge it into your cup, and it's like, I know you guys like my sound effects there. And it's a pain. So this way, it's not as, you can see my A. It's really, you know, excuse my red little cup in there, it fell in there and I can't get it out. So for the syringe method, I'm going to dump it over or flip it over. I'm going to use, I think rough, I think it's 3. So mine are 2 teaspoon, hold on, syringes. I don't know what's going on here. 2 teaspoon syringes, okay? So I'm going to use 2, and then I'm going to get another 1. So I'm going to use a total of 3 teaspoons. And this, again, will do 2 20-ounce cups, okay? Now, my method, the way I do it, kind of combined a couple different people's methods, as I do with most of my stuff. And this is what comes out of it after 1 coat, okay? It is very, very smooth. And this is HTV underneath it, so it's lifted, okay? So it's pretty thick. And it is, I mean, I'm talking it's smooth. Like, it's glassy smooth. And it's not just one. Here's another one. Same way. And here's even another one. Same way. 1 coat. Okay? That's all it took for me was 1 coat. And both those other 2 were glitter. So, we're going to take our 2 teaspoons. Okay, I'm going to plunge it in to another pinch cup. I'm going to use 1 more teaspoon. So 3 teaspoons is roughly about what I'm going to get with 4 pumps of the big gallon jugs, okay? I think that's what it came out to be. So we're going to get our 1 more teaspoon. So 3 teaspoons total of A, and then we're going to do 3 teaspoons of B. I always leave my syringes like this and put them back in the cup upside down like that. A little plastic cup. That way I go like this. I just pop it so that any leftover comes out of it. And I do that before I do this each time. And we're going to do 2 teaspoons. So it comes out to, how much I'm doing is 15 ml. 15 milliliters, okay? Or 3 teaspoons of each part. And that will do, again, 2 20-ounce cups. Or it will do a 40 and a 20 sometimes. Or it will, it'll do 3 14-ounce. At least that's what it came up for me. Because the way that I do it, the way I heat my epoxy up, it's very, very, very super duper thin. And I coat it a couple times with it because it's so super thin when I put it on my cup. And I'm going to show you guys the how I put it on there too, just so that you guys see how super thin it is going on there. And I put a couple layers of it. Craft stick, and same thing, mixing it just like that. So, you know, it doesn't matter which way you use it, pump or syringe. I don't know, some people still use the little tiny measuring cups. That's cool too. This is just how I do it. Okay, mixing it for about 30 seconds. By the time I mix this, it's going to be time for me to heat the other one up. Alright, so I'm going to set that aside. I've mixed it, throwing this away. I'm going to get another one out, and I'm going to take my first one. Heat gun. Must. It's a must. I use it with everything, okay? This one's falling apart. Like, literally, I've melted the end of it. But it's my Doris heat tool. It's an embossing tool. I'm going to take it, and I am going to heat my epoxy up. Let me see if I can. Hold on. I want you guys to see how I do it. Oh, I dropped my craft stick. Alright, got me another one. So, I'm going to start out, I'm going to heat it up. And I get it pretty close. Okay. I do that for a second. And then I mix it with my stick. And I don't whisk it necessarily, but I spin it, okay? I spin it from every angle, from every end. And I mix it. And then hold it, and I heat it again. And then at this point, I start mixing it while I'm heating it, guys, okay? So I have my heat tool in one hand, and I'm mixing it in the other. I do this for about 30 seconds. Stopping, going. Sometimes you'll start to see a little bit of vapor come off of it. If you do, please stop, okay? Because at that point, it's starting to cure itself, and you don't want that. Okay, so throwing that away, and you guys are gonna see here how very, like, you see right through it. You see how, sorry about that glare, I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's like water. It's very, very, very thin, okay? Very thin. And I like it that way because then when I put it on the cup, it is just smooth gliding on there, okay? Let me grab that. So this is just freshly glittered. Well, not freshly, it's been a couple hours because I glittered it using, I actually didn't use the epoxy method on this. I used the Loctite spray adhesive and clear gloss sealer, which I'll have to do a tutorial on that one of these days. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's a 1-inch silicone paintbrush, okay? It's really cool. I like it. Only thing that sucks is this silicone piece keeps coming out of the thing, so I ended up like nailing it into it. But I love it. I love it because it goes on so much more at a time. I still use my little tiny silicone brushes, but seriously, the time difference cuts in half with this 1-inch, okay? This thing was $7.99 at Hobby Lobby, and I used my 40% off coupon. Awesome thing to invest in. So, I want you to see it's like water going on, okay? And I just start going. And I get it all on there. I usually do the bottom first. I've dipped it one or twice, guys. Twice so far. Because of how thin it is, it goes on like water, basically. I mean, it really is. It's really super thin. But I will say this Pro Marine has definitely cut my coats in half. I only have to do 2 coats on a glitter cup. This one right here that I'm doing, this first one, and then I sand it down, I put my design on, and then I do 1 more coat and I'm done. This right here, this cup, was 2 coats. It was glitter, epoxy, design, epoxy. Done. Over. Don't have to do another coat like I used to with the amazing clear cast. Again, I still loved it. It was great, but it just didn't... It wasn't the cost-effective way to do things. And y'all, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I am very cost-effective. Like, I need to save money because that way I can keep my cost of my cups down for my customers, and I like that. I like being reasonably priced. So that's what. Now, the Pro Marine, I can say it doesn't like splatter as much as the amazing clear cast either, which I like. But I still have my tape at the top of my cup. If you watch any of my other videos, I think the one where I do epoxy from start to finish, it shows me taping off the top of the cup. And that's very important because at the end, all you have to do is take an X-Acto knife to the top and pull that tape off, and any epoxy that got stuck on there comes right off with it. So you guys can see this right here. As I said, you saw the cup beforehand. It was freshly glittered, and all I used was Loctite spray and clear gloss Krylon sealer. And it's really super smooth already, as you can see. And the shine stays on really nicely. So that's about to be one cup done. Do your bottom real quick. I'm gonna take the phone, or my camera, my video thing, it's on my phone, over. People have asked me 100 times how I get my cup on the football after I've epoxied every last piece of it except for where my hand's at. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Hold on. Okay, so I have my two different spinners. One is glitter and my smaller cups, and then the other one is my bigger cups and non-glitter at times. So let me see if I can set this up to where you guys can see how I do this. Okay. Yep. Alright, so I have my small little football with my 20-ounce football, and I hold my cup, my hands inside the cup like this, and I push it. A lot of times I will end up having to touch the bottom of it, which is fine because I'm going to epoxy back over it anyways, and at the end I only use, you know, one thing on there. So like, you know, this one I'd go like this. I've got my hands in there, okay, it's almost like pulling it apart, and then I pull it over it and I pull. And I use my gloves sometimes, and sometimes it smears it a little bit, but that's okay because you can fix it on your next coat, and then you're good to go. Okay? So there's that. Sorry about that, guys. Got cut off with that one. I hit the side button as I was putting it back up. So there is that cup. Let me grab another one. We can finish off this epoxy. Now this one's already got epoxy on it, and then I put my design, my HTV, and I am just applying it nice big coats. Another reason I love this 1-inch brush, because it literally, look guys, whoop, it goes all the way over it. Like, it just puts so much more on at a time. It's cool. Switch hands. Jesus, sorry guys, my phone's starting to get heavy on storage there, so it keeps cutting me off. So I gotta do shorter, smaller videos. Anyways, I had to switch cups there for a second because I was getting it all over my other hand. So I'm just, like I said, I just went around 4 pumps. 2 20 ounces, and we're just good thick coat on there, evening it out all over it. And we're about to be done, guys. Alright guys, there we go. And that will turn out nice and smooth just like this one. Anyways, sorry again guys, got cut off a couple times, but thank you for watching, and I hope this helps out my smooth as glass 2-coat epoxy method, alright? Have a good night guys, thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't forget to subscribe and share, okay? And check us out at facebook.com/Teambrandos Design and Teambrandos and teambrandosdesign.com. Thanks. Bye.